Wolverine fans, women's Michigan hockey is live and on the air. We are live from Arrington Ice Arena, where it is, your University of Michigan women's hockey team, here to take on the Adrian Bulldogs. Hopefully the little screensaver will pop off of the window momentarily here. And we're trying to be plugged into their internet, so we'll see how well that goes. If we have to, we'll switch over at one of the intermissions and try and switch over to our hotspot. We have a couple hotspots, but I'm not getting much off of their internet. Taking a look. This is the first game of the season for the University of Michigan women's hockey team, as they did not play last year, and we want to say there's a lot of people who were seniors last year, and unfortunately we didn't get to see their senior season. That includes Bruin, Hamilton, Ryberg, Hewitt, McCann, and Lundberg, as well as Magazarian. And we'll have loved to see them play, but boy, we are super, super happy to be here now and to be getting to do this right now here. So, taking a look, Adrian has already played a game. It was versus the Bell Tire over 18 team. Bell Tire won that game, but that was a scrimmage, so that was not something that was I'm trying to refresh things and see if I can get things back up and going. There we go. So that was not something that counted. The only teams that have played some games, University of Miami has played 4 games. They've won 3, lost 1. They have 6 points. They're at the top of the ACHA. McKendree University has won 1 game. They played 1, won 1. They have 2 points. Midland University has played 1 game, won 1 game. They have 2 points. And Lindenwood University has played 2 games. They have won 1 and lost 1. So they have 2 points. Those are the only teams that has played thus far in the season. So the game versus Bell Tire, that was here at Arrington Ice Arena. That was a loss for the Bulldogs, rare loss, 5-2. But again, that was a warm-up, a scrimmage between those two teams. They have the game today versus, of course, the University of Michigan, and then they are playing. They say tomorrow they're playing Adrian College, so I don't know if they're maybe having the Division I, the Division II team scrimmage, but that's what's up there. Then they're playing the Gilmore Academy and Culver Academy. So a couple non-ACHA teams there. coming up for the Bulldogs. So no stats yet for either team to take a look at. Lots of new names for the University of Michigan Women's Club, including 4 players who we were lucky enough to broadcast during their high school careers, playing both women's lacrosse and women's hockey. So that is Izzy. Taking a look, that is Izzy and Katie German, and then Anna Thomas, as well as Leslie Reed. So a couple of people that we're familiar with, excited to see them out there. Lots of great names returning as well. If we take a look at the last season, 2019 and 2020, Michigan was 7-18 on that season. They did get into, they were in the CCWHA playoffs, and then they played Grand Valley State. That was a team that they had split with right beforehand to make sure that they could come up and get into the playoffs. So they split with Grand Valley State. They lost at Grand Valley State, won at, that was at the Arctic Edge of Canton that they won 2-1. And then they played Grand Valley State and lost that one 2-1. That was over at the Crystal Ice Arena up in Flint, where those CCWHA playoffs happen. Taking a look at the top 5 scores, 3 of the top 5 scores returned. Taylor Lundberg had 23 points back in 2019-2020. She's, of course, graduated. But Mariah Evans was number 2. She had 17 points. She is back. Mackenzie Hewitt graduated. She had 14 points. But Erin Proctor and Annabelle Levinson, Erin Proctor had 14 points. Annabelle Levinson had 10 points. And they are both returning. So 3 of the top 5 scores returning. None of the goalies return. Aaron Andrews and Brooke Pierce both graduated. And Mary Reiber actually played a game in goal, and she's graduated as well. So all the goaltenders have graduated. Luckily, I've heard good things about the incoming freshman goaltender. So it's a freshman goaltender, Paneth, and we'll see exactly what she's like between the pipes. But heard fantastic things. Heard she's from California and done wonderful work out there. So we'd love to see her. Excited to see her in the maize and blue and see and have a good, steady presence between the pipes, because that can do a lot for a team, especially early on, a team they didn't get to play last year. So they're facing an Adrian team that played last year that was knocked out in pool play. But got to the Nationals in pool play. I believe they did win the CCWHA, and I believe there may well be a banner raising, at least according to their website, happening today for that. So something that we'll keep an eye on, but it's going to be a tough test. In the preseason polls, Adrian was the number 1 unanimous team in the coaches' preseason poll. University of Michigan was number 9. So lots of work to start off. Tough test right off the bat, but it's fantastic to have the team out here. Get to play on the ice, get going, start off October the right way with the University of Michigan women's hockey. Let's play a few different items from the Michigan Marching Band, and they're counting down. It looks like it's going to start just a little later. It was supposed to start in about 5 minutes, but they have about an 8-minute countdown. So it looks like we're probably going to begin things about 3 to 4 minutes after 10 o'clock, which, considering how things get backed up at ice arenas, is actually pretty darn good getting to see that. So let's play a little bit of music from the Michigan Marching Band, and we will be right back with the puck drop for the opening first period. So bear with us just one moment. As soon as our hotspot comes up, we're going to see if we can switch over to the hotspot and get a little bit more bandwidth here. So it might get interrupted for just a quick moment. Poneth being announced for the University of Michigan, coming out, freshman goaltender. Freeman being announced, coming out. Izzy German, freshman, coming out. Aaron Proctor being announced as starting lineup for Michigan. Coming out as the starting lineup. And Crone comes out to the blue line. As head coach Jenna Tribbiano, assistant coaches Nell Ned being announced for Adrian. Door coming out for Adrian. Donald being announced. Fuchsia coming up. Robinson being announced for the Bulldogs. Now Wood being announced. Head coach is Hannah Griffin. The athletic trainer is Meg Chart, and strength and conditioning is Toby Ernst. Now, ladies and gentlemen, down to America, the playing of the national anthem. We are getting ready to kick off the season as Michigan gathers around their goal crease. To the left, Wolverines wearing their dark blue jerseys with the maize numbers on the back, and the dark blue pants and the socks with maize trim. The Bulldogs in their white jerseys with the numbers in black outlined by yellow on the back and on the shoulders. The Adrian logo on the front. Michigan has Michigan in block lettering coming down diagonally on the front. Again, I can't tell you how happy we are to be here with you folks. Thank you so much for supporting the team. As both squads now getting their helmets back on, getting set up and ready to go. "20 minutes up on the clock here at Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs versus Wolverines. Donald and Dorr. Looks like they're the defensive player pairing for the Bulldogs. Robinson on the near wing. Busick on the far wing. And Wood at center. For the Wolverines, Shorkey taking the center, Proctor to her right, and that puck comes into the Michigan zone. Freeman trying to get it outside of the near circle, sending it over the blue line. Here comes Shorkey. Shorkey sends it ahead. Picking it up, coming in is Crone. Crone, top of the far circle. That tipped away in along the far boards. Now that pulled into the far corner. Crone trying to pull that away. That grabbed. Here comes Wood. Wood sends it through the neutral zone. Robinson chasing it in along the near boards. Freeman trying to get in the way. That comes in along the end boards of the Michigan zone. Picked up by Izzy German. Sends it in along the far boards. Grabbed and sent ahead. That lifted all the way down the far boards into the Bulldog zone. Chasing it. That picked up by Wood. Goes back behind her own goal. Comes in along the near boards. Banks that forward. That brought a head shot all the way. Cross-ice pass picked up, as that was Leah Williams on the far side. There's the Williams both on the Bulldogs and University of Michigan, as well as the Thomas on both teams, so I'll do my best to remember to use the first name so you know who's who. That comes back. Knocked down as Poneth steers it into the near corner. Michigan sends ahead. That slips into the neutral zone. Collected there. Sent by the Bulldogs in along the near circle. That fired in by Shaw. Pulled down. Sent along by Bryce. Picked up. Grabbing it going the other direction is Evans. Evans shoots it into the neutral zone. That comes in along the near boards. Top of the near circle in the Adrian zone. Bringing it is Shaw. Then sent ahead. Back. Picked up. Levinson tries to fire it in. Coming in. Castile with a shot. That deflects into the near corner, into the far corner. Comes right back behind. Peterson trying to play it out in front. That into the slot. Pulled away. Now Peterson has it into the far corner, centering it out in front. That tipped away as that was Jax right out in front trying to get a shot on it, and Poneth got a piece of it. All the way back down into the Adrian zone. That will be icing and head back the other direction. 18:06 left to go here in the first period of play for the season. That'll come back into the Michigan zone. That'll be in the far face-off circle. That to Poneth's, or no, they'll do it in the near face-off circle. That to Poneth's right. McDonald in there to take the face-off for the Bulldogs, trying to pull that away, as that was Matthews taking the face-off for Michigan. That fired. Bryce picks it up back behind her own goal, going from the near side to the far side. Levinson trying to separate the puck. Now coming down the other direction is Simmer. Simmer gets it to a blue line. Now it slips out, bringing it the other direction. McCarthy trying to tip that away. Dorr trying to knock it away. That comes all the way back right to center ice. The Bulldogs try and send it the other direction. Dorr brings it back past her own blue line. Now sends it ahead for McDonald. McDonald coming down the near side. That picked up into the slot. Coming ahead with it is Nicole Thomas. Nicole Thomas over on the near circle fires it ahead. That pulled in. Shot and a save by Poneth out in front. And they shoot and score. Well, good job on the first save. But it was on the redirect, on the rebound, able to score. That at 17-20 here in the first. As Adrian goes on the board first, as that was Werner who collected the loose puck out in front. We'll see exactly if anyone gets an assist on that. 1-0, Adrian with the lead. As Gargiulo trying to get the face off, whistle. And that's going to be penalty, as Michigan will have their first power play of the season. Robinson goes into the box for tripping. So Michigan will have the extra attacker at 17:15 left to go here in the first period. That face-off comes back into the Adrian zone. That'll be on the far face-off circle, as that is to Faulkner's right. So Michigan brings out their skaters. Gargiulo in to take the face-off at center. Shorkey to her right. That comes back to the far point. Izzy German sends it over to Freeman, top of the near circle. Freeman takes a shot. That goes off for the skate. Izzy German grabs it. Shoots it out in front. That knocked down. Bouncing puck slips in along the near boards. Back into the Michigan zone. Ponith trying to tip that away. That grabbed in along the near boards as McCarthy tries to send that around. Excuse me, that was Gargiulo. Tipping it. Gargiulo takes it outside of the far circle, goes back behind her own goal, comes over along the near side. Bounces it off the boards over to Shorkey. Shorkey over on blue line, coming down on the near boards. That rifled right back in, cleared by the Bulldogs as they get a line change. 16:31 left to go here in the first, as it is 1-0. Adrian with the lead. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go here in the Michigan power play as that puck comes in along the far boards. Picking up his Door, who rifles it right back into the neutral zone. Picking that up, here comes Michigan as Levinson brings it into the zone. She puts it back in along the end boards. That slips from the near side over to the far side. Tipped in along the far boards. Katie German trying to pull that away. Now stopped by Proctor at the far point. Proctor banks it off of the end boards. That goes off the back of the net as Faulkner covers it up. 38 seconds left to go here. In this, the first period. So it looks like somehow, our connection to the scoreboard went away. So I will see if I can make a change to that. As that comes back in along Michigan. Down 1-0 to Adrian as that puck comes in along the near boards, chasing it, that coming back. Pulled away, drop back to Levinson, top of the near circle. Levinson with the shot, that deflects out in front. Coming back, that puck right along the blue line. As the puck slips back into the near corner. Let's see if we can get that scoreboard working now. Bulldogs back to full strength. That puck fired into the near corner, slips back behind. Pondit stops it right back behind her own goal. Izzy German has it there, sends it in along the far boards. Picking up, trying to make a move over there is Evans. That knocked in, held in on the far circle. Going the other direction, Gargiulo sends it back into the neutral zone. That pulled back. Adrian sends it in along the near boards. Trying to tip that away, Gargiulo. Collided, coming in. Castile shot. Saved by Ponit. That comes back behind the Michigan goal. Tipped away on the near circle. Grabbing it is Christensen. Christensen trying to knock it away. That puck loose on that near circle. Christensen in along the near boards. That held in. Coming down the other direction is Peterson. And it's a shot from the blue line. Saved by Ponith. Comes in along the far board. Sent right back behind the Michigan goal. Centering attempt knocked down by the Michigan defense. Banked ahead for Christensen. Held in at the near point as Shaw fires it back deep into the Michigan zone. 14:03 left to go here in this. The first period. 1-0 is the Adrian lead. Bouncing puck outside of the far circle. Werner has it there. All the way back to the blue line. There's a shot that is deflected as Donald took that into the near corner. Pulled away out in front. Jex trying to get to it. That puck loose on the far circle. As that pulled away by Evans. Evans fires it over to Christensen. Christensen comes over center ice. Picks it up. Backhands it back deep into the Bulldog zone. 13:28 left to go here in this, the first period. Adrian up 1-0 on Michigan. As Bryce knocks it in along the far boards, right to the Michigan blue line, trying to poke that away. That puck comes right off the center. Door fires it in along the far boards of the neutral zone. Now that's tipped right to the Bulldog logo. Trying to pull that away, comes back, fired ahead by Levinson, but poked down. Now coming with it, that is Simmer, trying to pull it in, but the Bulldogs put it right back to the Michigan blue line. Simmer has it in along the near boards, that poked away. Coming back the other direction, McCurrow had it. Tipped back to the Bulldog blue line. McCurrow coming over on the far side. Miranda comes into the Michigan zone. Miranda into the slot. Miranda with a shot. Poneth with a save. Miranda made a nifty move. Came over on the far side. Came in. Got the shot off. Poneth able to get a save. 12:35 left to go here in the first period. 1-0. Adrian with the lead. Face off in the near face off circle. That tips into the near corner as McCarthy sends it for a ride all the way around the boards. Crone trying to get to it. Proctor trying to get it. Shot. Poneth makes the save. That into the near corner. Pulling it away is Katie German, sends it ahead. Here comes Proctor over her own blue line. Proctor over center ice. Proctor has that pulled away. Now coming the other direction is Miranda into the Michigan zone. Miranda on the far circle. Shot. Saved by Poneth. Poneth has been huge already. 6 shots on goal, 1 score by Adrian. 12-12 left to go here in the first period. Poneth has seen a lot of action. Face off to Poneth's left. Back and fired in deep by McNair. In along the near board. Shaw picking it up. That comes over. Castile coming along the blue line from the near side to the far side. Shot from the top of the far circle. Save, and then they put it in as Poneth got the first shot, but then on the second one, that put in, I believe that was by Jex. At 11:56, it is Adrian up 2-1 on your Wolverines. Remelius on the near wing. Arjulo at center. That comes over. Freeman in her own zone and along the near boards. That into the near corner, trying to peel that away. Michigan trying to knock it out. And it comes back to the near point. Shaw fires it back in for the Bulldogs. That rims all the way around the boards. Izzy German fires it ahead. That puck grabbed at the far point. Sent back in deep. That by Leah Williams. Battle for it in the far corner. Arjulo trying to pull that away as well as Izzy German. Izzy German comes back behind her own goal. She puts it into the near corner. Freeman has it, firing it in along the near board. Shaw keeping it at the near point. Shot. Poneth with the save. Izzy German fires it into the neutral zone, picking up is Evans. Evans trying to fire it into the Bulldog zone, but that got caught by the Bulldogs. They send it from the far boards over and along the near boards of the Michigan zone. Fired ahead by Freeman, but picked up by Dorr. Dorr puts it right back deep into the Michigan zone. Poneth over to Izzy German in the far corner. Izzy German pinned against the boards. That picked up back underneath by Matthews. Matthews sends it in along the near boards. Trying to get it over to Simmer. There is a whistle. Adrian up 2-0 at the 10:47 mark. Did not see exactly what happened for the whistle to be blown, but face-off in the far face-off circle as McDonald takes the face-off for Adrian into the far corner. And peeled away as Nicole Thomas had it out in front. That comes off the side. Bryce with it pinned against the boards by McDonald. Now that picked up right back behind the Michigan goal. Into the near corner. Pulling it the other direction, trying to grab that is Matthews. Matthews has that stolen away, fired right out in front, knocked away. Great job by the Michigan defense as that was Bryce to get that right off of the Michigan goal's doorstep. Fired in along the near boards. Trying to pick that up is Simmer. That fired out into the neutral zone. Battle for it in along the near boards. Just in front of the scoring bench. Picked up. Headed right back in was Nicole Thomas on the far boards. That tip in along the end boards. Picked up by Levinson. Levinson fires it in along the far board. Stopped at the far point. Sent back in top of the far circle. The Bulldogs with it. Right out in front. Saved by Pontiff. Loose puck. That comes off in along the near boards. Trying to peel that away. Send it ahead was Simmer. Poked loose. Now it's outside of the near circle. Back to the near point for Dorr. Dorr sends it back deep into Michigan zone. Fusick trying to tip that. Comes back to Dorr. Now top of the near circle for Robinson. Out in front by Wood. And steered into the near corner. That puck in the high slot. Dorr with the shot. Saved by Pontiff. They whack away. Pontiff got the rebound as well. 9:19 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 is the Adrian lead. Ten shots on goal by Adrian, none so far by the Wolverines. That is going to come into the near face-off circle. That's to Pontiff's right. Jackson to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Castile knocks that. That comes all the way back to Miranda at the near point. Miranda pops that up high. That tipped back shot. And that one just goes wide. As that was a bad bounce that put it right back in the high slot. Here comes Proctor the other direction. That poked away. Knocked in along the far boards into the neutral zone. That pulled by Miranda back in her own zone. As she lifts it back all the way through the neutral zone into the Michigan zone. Ends up being a shot on goal as Pontiff has to stop it. So no icing. That faceoff will be in the Michigan zone. 8:49 left to go here in this, the first period. 2-0 is the score by Adrian. Ignore that, if you're watching the video, ignore that little time on there as our scoreboard connector got knocked out. Coming the other direction, here comes Michigan gaining the zone is Evans. Evans has that outside the near circle. That tip back to the near point, now through the neutral zone. Here comes the Bulldogs as Leah Williams with a shot. Good pad save by Pontiff. That steered in along the near boards. Trying to peel that away. It comes up. Christensen has it along the near boards of the neutral zone. That brought into the Adrian zone. Loose puck sent deep. As that was Katie German who put it into the near corner. That rims all the way around along the far boards of the neutral zone. Picked up there. Michigan collects it. Banked off of the near boards by Christensen. Christensen goes down as that's sent in by Goldman. Puck right at center ice. Here comes the Bulldogs. McDonald's with a shot from the high slot. Glove save by Pontiff. 7:52 left to go here in the first period. 2-0. The Adrian lead. 12 shots on goal by Adrian. None so far by the Maize and Blue. McDonald taking the face-off for the Bulldogs. Battle for it as that comes just on the inner circle of the inner corner of the far circle. Pulled away as Pontiff had gone down, and that came right through the crease. Picked up by Donald. Donald sends it ahead. As that's knocked down, Nicole Thomas had it. Now Dorr fires it over to Donald on the far boards, right at the Adrian blue line. Now McDonald gets into the Michigan zone, top of the far circle, saved by Pontiff. That's steered away by Levinson, right back behind her own goal. Levinson sends it ahead. That held in right at the far point by Maxson. Battle for it outside the far circle. Now it's loose. Cross pass, now in along the near circle. Or in along outside of the near circle. Miranda takes it into the near corner for the Bulldogs. Miranda outside the near circle, fires it right out in front. And Nicole Thomas puts it in as she got it in the low slot. And there was not a lot Pontiff could do about that one. So at 7:01, Adrian gets a goal that makes it 3-0 Bulldogs on your Wolverines. Shorkey in to take the face-off. Proctor to her right. That puck in along the far boards of the Michigan zone. Freeman trying to get it out of the zone. That held in at the far point. Freeman trying to tip that away. It comes outside of the far circle. Now lifted back to the far point. Over to Shaw. Top of the near circle. Saved by Pontiff. 6:46 left to go here in the first. 3-0. The lead by the Bulldogs. Michigan trying to hang with speed and intensity by Adrian. Trying to get a couple counterattacks in here, but Adrian has been tough. Anytime it gets their blue line, they fire it in. That puck outside the near circle. Pulled back, Shaw keeping it in at the near point. Trying to pull that away. That puck shot by Wood, saved by Poneth. It loose on the inner corner of the far circle. Cleared back away. Trying to pull it is Shorkey, and little pushing and shoving back behind. As Evans went to go grab it, there was a collision in around the boards. So one of the Adrian players is down. We hope that she is all right. As it's a battle for a loose puck and a collision in along the end boards, and the trainer being brought out. So you love to see your team playing as hard as they can, but you just don't want to see any of these players injured as they're helping, being assisted off of the ice, as that is Fusick being helped off the ice by Robinson and McDonald. Sees that was Proctor, number 24, now in the penalty box for the Wolverines. So first power play for the Bulldogs. Michigan shorthanded for the next 2 minutes, 6:24 left to go here in the first period. Boscher in to take the face-off. Sharkey in to take the face-off for Michigan. That comes into the near corner of the zone. Williams has it in the far point. That's set inside the far circle, loose into the far corner. Michigan trying to poke that away as Levinson tried to peel it. That controlled outside the near circle, as that is Leah Williams, fires it right back behind the goal. On the far circle, controlled, tipped in the in the high slot, held in by McNair, puts it into the near corner as McNair grabbed it right at the blue line. Michigan thought they had it clear. Now Leah Williams sends it back behind the goal, that into the far corner, controlled by the Bulldogs. That pulled back, shot by McCarroll. Comes loose in along the near boards as Shorkey trying to knock that away, comes into the near corner. Shaw picks it up there for the Bulldogs. Shaw putting it into the slot, saved by Poneth. As there was a shot by Boscher right on the Michigan doorstep. And excellent job by Poneth to see it and stone him there. 1 minute, 1 second left to go in the Bulldog power play. 5:25 left to go in the first period. 3-0, the Adrian lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That back to the blue line, centered up. As that sent in, Jex sends it over. Now Woods into the near corner. That pulled away by Robinson. Robinson top of the near circle, over to the top of the far circle. That one shot just went wide. Picked up by Jex in the near corner of the Michigan zone. Now trying to get out in front. Shot that goes off the side of the net. Picked it up and grabbed it by Poneth, making sure there was no rebound. 39 seconds left to go in the Bulldog power play. 5:03 left to go here in the first period. 3-0 is the Adrian lead. Woods has it, top of the near circle in the Michigan zone, sends it over into the far point. Bulldogs control. There's a shot, saved by Poneth, as that was a shot from the far circle. Able to hold on. 29 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. Face-off on the far face-off circle as Leah Williams put that, knocked away right to the blue line by Michigan. Boscher has it. High slot, bringing it. Leah Williams drifts into the near point. Set top of the far circle in the Michigan zone. Now back in along the near boards, right back to the near point for Leah Williams. Leah Williams, drop pass over to McNair, then Leah Williams gets it back top of the far circle. Shot, that deflects off of the boards, back behind. Trying to pull that away is Simmer. Knocked right out in front, shot by Shaw. That deflected into the near corner. Michigan back to full strength as Proctor races over to the bench. Leah Williams has it in the high slot. Now comes over top of the far circle. Leah Williams still with it. Freeman trying to knock that away. Shot Boscher right on the doorstep. Able to cover it up was Poneth. 22 shots on goal for the Bulldogs. None recorded so far by the Wolverines, especially this later piece of this first period. They have really, the Bulldogs, controlled play down in the Michigan zone. Face-off to Poneth's left in the far face-off circle. That comes top of the face-off circle. Top, coming down, high slot. Shot, that's ticked away into the near corner. Knocked in along the boards. Levinson trying to knock it out. Battle for it as Nicole Thomas had it. That knocked out of the zone as that was Simmer. Whistle. That'll come back into the near face-off circle just outside of the Michigan zone in the neutral zone. McDonald again in to take that face-off for the Bulldogs as that puck right at the blue line. Simmer trying to pull it away, battling with McDonald. Now that comes loose as Matthews trying to get it. That pulled into the zone by Remelius. Remelius back behind the goal, trying to peel that away. Remelius pinned against the boards. Now Matthews trying to knock that away as they're deep in the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Still pinned against the boards. Now comes outside the near circle. That pass into the neutral zone as Werner brings it into the Michigan zone outside the near circle. Into the near corner goes. Levinston steals that away. Goes back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Levinson chips it along the boards. That comes out into the neutral zone in along the far boards. Lifted back into the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Chasing it, Matthews trying to get it. That on the far circle. Held in by Proctor. Proctor has it at the far point. Knocked away from her, but she gets it back. Shot on goal as that is steered into the far corner by Faulkner. Michigan has it in underneath the near circle. That's sent back to McCarthy at the near point. That deflects into the far corner. Tipped, holding it in at the far point. That fired back in. Good job by Michigan to hold it in as that was Katie German. The puck pinned outside of the far circle, trying to get to that as there is a quartet of players trying to peel that away. Two Michigan players, two Bulldogs, as it's really dug in there. As Crone trying to peel that away, Shorkey trying to get that. That's whistled dead, and they'll drop it over in that far face-off circle of the Bulldog zone. 2:20 left to go here in the first period of the season for the Michigan Wolverines as they are at Arrington Ice Arena, home of the Adrian Bulldogs. Adrian has the 3-0 lead. 2:20 left to go. That puck into the far corner. Zevins trying to peel that away. Battle for it. Comes back to the far point, held in by Freeman. Freeman with the shot. Now two shots for Michigan as that comes loose into the neutral zone. Forehand, cross-ice pass. That got stuck at pair of skates of a Bulldog. Top of the near circle. Trying to come in with it is Peterson. Peterson has it in the near corner of the Michigan zone. Grabbed by Christensen. Christensen banks it off the far boards in the neutral zone. That picked up, coming back with it was McNair. McNair sends it into the neutral zone. That tipped away. Michigan has it right at their own blue line. Coming down on the near boards as that was Gargiulo with it. Pulled away by the Bulldogs. There's a shot. Saved by Poneth. That comes off onto the near side. Fantastic job by Gargiulo to get that out of harm's way as it was sitting right on Michigan's doorstep. Christensen trying to pull that off of in the far corner. Here comes Michigan with it. As coming down with it is Remelius. That knocked away. Here comes the Bulldogs. Robinson has it on the far circle. That tipped, held on. 1 minute, 12 seconds left to go here in the first. 3-0 is the lead by the Adrian Bulldogs. 24 shots on goal by the Bulldogs here in the first period. 2 by the Wolverines. Both of those shots came late in this period. It's Matthews in to take the face-off versus McDonald. That comes back to the far point. Held in, shot there. Deflects into the near corner of the Michigan zone. Boscher trying to send it. That's stolen away. Coming down with it is Simmer. Simmer gains the zone. Top of the near circle. Simmer with the shot and a save by Faulkner. Good job to get free and race down the ice. Simmer showing some speed, came deep into that near circle, took a shot. 57.6 seconds left to go. Face-off will be to Faulkner's left in the near face-off circle. Matthews in to take that face-off for Michigan. Comes top of the far circle. Here comes the Bulldogs through the neutral zone as it's banked off. Robinson gains the zone on the near circle. Robinson coming out in front. An amazing pad save by Poneth. That puck in along the near circle, picked up, fired back in deep by Miranda outside the near circle. Robinson has it for the Bulldogs. Robinson, top of the near circle. Drop pass for Miranda. Miranda goes back behind the Michigan goal, trying a wraparound attempt. Poneth with an excellent save. 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. Adrian has the 3-0 lead. Robinson in the slot. Robinson with the shot. Pad save again. That steered into the near corner. Leah Williams has it on that near circle. Pulled away, banked into the neutral zone. As that was fired deep by Simmer. That'll be a shot on goal as well. Picking up Maxson in her own zone along the far board. She fires it into the neutral zone. That's stolen away. Coming into the zone. Shot. And that is a save as Miranda, the shot from the blue line. That is the end of the first period. Adrian 3, Michigan nothing. Let's play a little bit of the victors, and we'll be right back. We'll go over our scoring for that period, and then talk about what games have been played already in the ACHA. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. We will be right back. We are live here at Arrington Ice Arena, where it is the opening game of the Michigan women's hockey season. Taking a look at our first intermission scoreboard report. Taking a look at other ACHA action that has happened this week. As it started off Friday the 17th, Miami lost to Lindenwood University. That was at Lindenwood University. Lindenwood took that 3-2 as a final. The next night, Saturday, September 18th, Miami came back and beat Lindenwood 3-0. No score reported on Sunday, September 19th. Miami played Marysville University. No score reported in that one. On Friday, September 24th, it was Indiana Tech playing Midland University at Midland University. Midland won that one 3-1. Then the next evening, Saturday, September 25th, Indiana Tech and Midland University tangled at Snyder Arena again. This time it ended in a 1-1 tie unofficial final. On Saturday, September 25th, it was also McKendree University visiting Maryville University. McKendree won that one 3-2. Michigan State was set to play Davenport on September 26th. That was a home forfeit at Davenport. I saw a couple of those. Hopefully the Davenport team is doing all right. It looks like they've forfeited a couple games already in the season. But hopefully love to go over and see them and play them. We'll see what happens there. Then on September 26th, McKendree University visited Maryville at the Maryville University Hockey Center. No score reported in that game. So that is your intermission scoreboard report. At the second intermission, we will do a University of Michigan scoreboard report. Take a look at other University of Michigan scores in this past week. Let's take a look at the scoring. Adrian had their first goal. That was at 17:20 as Werner put it in. I did not hear any sort of assist on that one. I didn't hear any assist on any of these goals. At 11:56, it was Adrian with the goal. It was Jex putting it in to make it 2-0. Then at 7 minutes even, it was Nicole Thomas scoring for the Bulldogs. And that is your scoring that happened throughout that first period. All in all, 26 shots on goal by the Bulldogs, 3 by the Wolverines. All 3 came later in the period as Michigan had a couple opportunities late. But the majority of the play was carried by the Bulldogs into the Michigan zone. Again, they played last year. They've already had a game, and they are predicted to be the #1 team in the CCWHA. So really tough test for Michigan, but considering they faced 26 shots on goal in the first period, Adrian is only up 3-0. So the Michigan defense and Poneth has been really solid between the pipes. And hopefully Michigan can find just a crease in that Bulldog defense and make something happen in the next period. Well, let's take a moment. Let's play a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band, and we will be right back with your second quarter action. You are watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. are live from Arrington Ice Arena, where it is your University of Michigan women's hockey team taking on the Adrian Bulldogs. Adrian with a 3-0 lead here at the first intermission. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Michigan women's hockey team. Next week, exactly 1 week and 1 day from today, Saturday, October 9th, Michigan will play at the University of Michigan Dearborn over at the Dearborn Fieldhouse. Lovely facility. That'll be a 7 p.m. game. So depending on where you're at, maybe a little shorter drive than down to Adrian, maybe not, but definitely a great chance to check out a game on Saturday night. Then, first game at Yost Ice Arena. That will be on Sunday, October 10th, as these same Adrian Bulldogs, Michigan having a brutal early part of the schedule. As the Adrian Bulldogs come in to Yost Ice Arena. That is on Sunday, October 10th. That will be at 8:30 p.m. Great time to come in, see a game on Sunday night at Yost Ice Arena. Then right back on Friday, October 22nd, Michigan will be back at the University of Michigan Dearborn at Dearborn Fieldhouse. That is Friday, October 22nd. That will be a 7 p.m. game. And that is the upcoming schedule for this month. 20 minutes up on the clock. Adrian with the 3-0 lead. Starting off the second period. Michigan going from right to left across your internet computer dial. As Faulkner heads down to our left and gets set up in her crease. Leah Williams in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. McCurrow to her right. Back behind on the defense is Dorr, as well as Donald. On that far side, looks like it's going to be Bosher. As Shorkey in to take the face-off for Michigan. That comes in along the far boards. It is indeed Bosher. Bosher on the bottom of the far circle comes back behind the Michigan goal. On the near circle she goes. Fires at top of the far circle. Over there for Dorr. That tipped loose. Top of the near circle. Controlled by the Bulldogs at the far point. Dorr sends it back in along the end boards. Into the near corner it goes. Trying to separate that puck is Bryce. As Bryce tries to pick it up outside the far circle of her own zone. Ahead to Proctor. Proctor has that tipped away. Now pulled over the blue line into the neutral zone. Crone coming down on the near boards. That fired deep into the far corner of the Bulldog zone. Dorr tries to get it out of the zone. That chipped into the neutral zone coming. Rolls on edge, skittering into the Michigan zone. That knocked in along the boards. And on the near boards, that comes into the neutral zone and deep into the Bulldog zone. Chasing it, trying to get to that. Battle for it in along the end boards. Pulling that away was Miranda into the neutral zone. That chipped away loose right at the Bulldog blue line. That fired into the Michigan zone. Chasing it, Katie German into her own near corner. Katie German trying to chip that away from a pair of Bulldogs. That loose. Crone outside the near circle with it. That into the neutral zone. Here comes Michigan with it. Coming down with it is Gargiulo. Knocked away. Coming back. Good chance. Jex gets it going the other direction. Brought in by Castile. That tipped away. As Gargiulo had a good opportunity. Picking up on the near circle. That fired over to Evans, intercepted, coming in. McDonald has it back behind the Michigan goal, going from the near side to the far side. McDonald on that far circle. Drops it back to Shaw. Shaw with a shot from the top of the far circle. That knocked away. As Gargiulo trying to knock that. Picking up in along the far circle. Held in at the far point by the Bulldogs, but a whistle. As that looks like an illegal check. As going into the box is Werner for the Bulldogs. Michigan will have their second power play opportunity. At 17:52. 3-0, the lead by the Bulldogs. Face off in the far face-off circle. Proctor going against Leah Williams. That brought back to the blue line. Now here comes a breakaway by Robinson. Robinson with only Panoff to beat. Panoff makes an amazing save Oh, she slid just to her left, trying to cover it up as Robinson one-on-one. Poneth held her ground and slipped that leg out to the left and knocked it away to stop a shorthanded opportunity by the Bulldogs. 17:37 left to go. 1 minute 46 seconds left to go in the power play for the Wolverines. Face-off in the near face-off circle at Poneth's left. Wood in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Can't quite see the number on that. Is Proctor for Michigan, as there is a penalty to Michigan, so that will result in 4-on-4 hockey as Matthews goes into the box. I did not see what it was for, but now we have 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute 46 seconds. So they haven't put the penalty up on the board as of yet, assuming they will, as the official have a discussion with Proctor and Wood at the near face-off circle. As that slipped back high, slot held in at the blue line. Shaw has it. That shot just goes wide. Bosher has it outside the far circle of the Michigan zone. Sends it right back behind the Michigan goal. Freeman trying to pick it up in the near corner. Freeman chips that along the boards. Crone picks it up outside the far circle of her own zone. That got stuck in the Bulldog skate. Still trying to battle with it as it's pinned against the boards. As Woods had it. There's a shot by Bosher. Just goes wide. Freeman has it in the far corner. That knocked away from her. Slips into the near corner. Here comes Michigan with it. Proctor has it over her own blue line. Proctor over center ice. Proctor, top of the near circle. Proctor, backhanded shot, saved by Faulkner. Second shot off of the side of the net. Here comes Robinson the other direction. Robinson banks it off the far boards. That goes deep into the Michigan zone. Poneth will just cover it up. 54 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Then it will be, if I can do some basic math, a 14-second power play by Adrian. They have the lead, 3-0. 16:45 left to go here in the second. It's that puck gathered in by Michigan over the blue line. Here comes Evans with it, poked the other direction by the Bulldogs. Woods has it. Woods goes over on blue line, sends it along the near boards for Donald. Donald gains the Michigan zone. Donald into the slot, shot, and a glove save by Poneth. 29 shots on goal by the Bulldogs, 4 by Michigan. 36 seconds left to go in 4-on-4 hockey before a short 14-second Bulldog power play. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That's upon its right. As that puck comes into the near corner, chasing and pulling on the near side is Evans. Evans sends it right back out to center ice. Collected. Coming in is Nicole Thomas into the far corner. Nicole Thomas comes back. That knocked away by Michigan. Gets it back to the near point. Held in there by Donald. Now it slips through the neutral zone into the Bulldog zone. Dorr picks it up back behind her own goal. 6 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Quickly ahead to McDonald along the near boards in the neutral zone. Great job to poke that away by Michigan. Coming back in, Donald has it, top of the near circles. That was Freeman with a good job to cause some issues through the neutral zone. That slips right back behind the Michigan goal. Freeman chases it into the near corner. As 2 seconds left in the Bulldog power play, as Adrian went back to full strength. Michigan still has 2 ticks of the clock left to go before they're at full strength. 15:39 left to go in this second period. 3-0, the Bulldog lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That just outside of the Michigan zone. And puck slips on the Michigan blue line. Fired ahead. Trying to get to it. Here comes Matthews into the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Matthews is poked away, battling with it. Trying to keep a hold of it. Maxson had it. Now that puck comes over the blue line. Bosher coming through the neutral zone. Top of the far circle of the Michigan zone. Shot! Oh, I think that hit a post. That comes in along the near boards. Here comes Michigan in along the near boards of the neutral zone. As Shorkey was spilled to the ice. As Shorkey picks it up at center ice. Shorkey gains the zone. Puck top of the far circle, intercepted by the Bulldogs as they head the other direction. Miranda pulls it into the Michigan zone. She's top of the far circle. That covered up by Poneth. As Miranda goes crashing into Freeman. As didn't hear a whistle and came to crash the goal crease. 14:54 left to go here in the second period. Bulldogs up 3-0. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Jack's out there to take that face-off for the Bulldogs. That comes top of the far circle. Now Shaw picks up in the high slot. That goes just past the near side of the goal. Michigan picks it up as that's Izzy German trying to get it out of the zone, bouncing in the high slot. Now that picked up by Evans. Evans comes over center ice, down the far boards. Evans into the Bulldog zone. Evans has that tipped away on her knees, still trying to knock that in. Slips back into the Michigan zone. As that into the far corner. Gathered in by Castile. Good job by Levinson to knock down the centering pass. Now that into the high slot, knocked down. Battle for it. Michigan trying to tip it out. That comes outside of the near circle in the Michigan zone. Jack sends it back to the near point, over top of the far circle. That's a shot covered up by Poneth. As it was a shot by McNair from the top of the far circle. Lots of traffic out in front of Poneth. She did a good job seeing that. 14:08 left to go here in the second. 3-0. The Adrian lead. Wood in to take the faceoff versus Shorkey in the far faceoff circle of the Michigan zone. That comes into the far corner. Forehand sends it around for a ride all around the boards. Trying to pick it up along the near boards. Here comes Michigan. Gathered right at the Bulldog blue line. They send it ahead. Freeman now shoots it in. Shorkey racing for it. Dora picks it up back behind her own goal. Puts it outside of the far circle. Coming ahead, Donald sends it ahead, picking that up. Coming down is Nicole Thomas into the far corner of the Michigan zone goes. Nicole Thomas right back behind the Michigan goal. Battle for it into the near corner it goes now. Tip back. Freeman trying to grab it. Trying to get it away from Wood. Wood outside of the near circle. And lifted away by Robinson. Robinson goes back behind the Michigan goal from the near side to the far side. Into the far corner. Wood has it. Wood trying to go out in front. That deflected off of a post. Comes outside the near circle. Trying to knock that away is Crone. And puck on the far circle. Here comes Michigan with it over their own blue line. Freeman has it. Separate from the puck, but gets it back over center ice. That shot as it slips into the far corner of the Bulldog zone. They get it away from Proctor, who was coming in to try and grab it. McDonald has it on the near circle of her own zone. She banks it off the far boards. Coming the other direction is Coming the other direction is Thomas. There's a shot by Nicole Thomas. Poneth got a piece of it into the near corner it goes. Top of the near circle coming over. McDonald with the shot. That blocked out in front. Michigan with it. They send it in along the near boards. The neutral zone banks off the near boards. As that's grabbed on the far circle. Door sends it over across the way. Maxson sends it all the way down. No icing as that goes into the near corner. Coming out in front. There's a shot that just went wide. Good job by Poneth keeping it in front. That comes rimming around the boards. Outside the near circle, Shaw trying to put it back deep. McCarthy trying to peel that away. Now top of the far circle. Battle for it as Simmer goes down. Poked into the far corner of the Michigan zone. Boscher trying a centering attempt. Shot! And they put it in. We'll see exactly who scored that goal. Might have been tipped out in front. At 11:53, Adrian goes up 4-0 on your Michigan Wolverines as it was a shot from the far circle that found its way in. May well have been tipped out in front. I believe Boscher got a piece of it, so we'll put that down and see who they announce. The puck in along the near boards. Michigan controls. Evans puts it deep into the Bulldog zone. Picked up by McNair. Knocked back behind her own goal. Sends it along the far boards. Now here comes Williams. Over the blue line, Williams firing it out in front, trying to get to it. That poked away. Battle for it, and Poneth covers it up. As that was McCurl trying to knock it in. Poneth got glove on it. 4-0 now. The Bulldog lead here in the second. 11:34 left to go in this second period. 34 shots on goal by the Bulldogs, 4 by the Wolverines. Face off in the far face-off circle at DePoneth's right. Jack's out there to take the face-off. Shorkey comes in to take it. To her right is Proctor. Proctor chasing it in along the far boards of her own zone. Proctor comes over on blue line. Proctor banks it off the far boards, but that goes up a little too much height on it, and that goes into the bench. They'll drop it in the far face-off circle just outside of the Michigan zone. Shorkey in to take that face-off. As Crone to her left. Battle for it, coming away. Shorkey trying to chip that away. Now knocked by Proctor. As it was Williams on the goal. Leah Williams on the goal. Boscher on the assist. That puck in the slot. Coming back, here comes the Bulldogs the other direction as Leah Williams has that poked away right at center ice. Battle for it, comes back to Castile. Castile sends it back into the defensive zone. Trying to knock that away. Proctor sends it deep back into the Bulldog zone. That rims around into the near corner. Picked up, here comes Donald the other direction. Donald fires it through the neutral zone. Grabbing it, Freeman, top of the near circle. Castile stealing it outside the near circle of the Michigan zone. Castile still has it, battling outside that near circle. Now it's put back behind the Michigan goal. Levinson has it there. Levinson pinned against the boards by Jacks. Now Castile comes into the near corner. Trying to separate that. Matthews. Cross-ice pass. That picked up as Simmer fires it across, and it's fired right back in by the Bulldogs. 10:16 left to go here in the second. 4-0. Adrian with the lead. That puck into the near corner of the Michigan zone. Matthews trying to get to that. The puck loose at the near point. Fusick, who it's good to see. Fusick is the player who went down hard against the boards. Good to see Fusick back out there. Levinson tries to get out of the zone. Puck loose on the far circle. That brought back by Fusick. Fusick underneath the near circle of the Michigan zone. Now switches directions. Firing it out in front into the slot. Loose puck. Michigan able to clear it top of the near circle. Now picked up, headed in the other direction is Simmer. Simmer got caught up with the Bulldog, went down, picked up. Now that right at the Michigan blue line. Pulled the other direction. Wood sends it back deep into her own zone. That comes sliding right back behind Faulkner. In along the near boards of the Bulldog zone. Into the neutral zone. Rifled right back in as that is sent in by Katie German. Picked up by Miranda back behind her own goal. She sends that over to Nicole Thomas, bringing it ahead. Nicole Thomas banks off the near boards, bringing it in. Here comes McDonald. McDonald shot from the high slot. That goes wide to the left. Rebound, another save by Poneth. Loose. Now that banked against the far boards comes slipping back into the neutral zone. Rifled the other direction by McNair. McDonald sends it along the far boards for Shaw. Picked up by Miranda. Centering attempt, that pulled away. Here comes Michigan underneath their own near circle. Trying to get it out of the zone. Heavy collision. Shaw has at her own blue line. Sends ahead in along the far boards for Nicole Thomas. Nicole Thomas, top of the far circle. She drops that back. Poke checked away by Michigan. Michigan heads the other direction. Evans has it over center ice. Evans drops it back to the far point. Now high slot, backhanded attempt. That into the far corner. As Gargelo had it, now that gathered right at center ice, put in along the near boards of the Bulldog zone. Picked up there, sent ahead by McNair. McNair gets it back, banks it off the near boards, bringing it in. McCarroll fires at that, loose and along the near boards. Slides back into the neutral zone. Crone trying to grab it. Now Leah Williams sending it ahead for the Bulldogs. That picked up by Boscher. Boscher has that poked away. Great defensive play by the Michigan defense. The puck loose and along the near boards. As McCarroll had it, that knocked away from her. Now Dorr picks it up top of the near circle of her own zone. She fires it through the neutral zone. That puck loose on the far circle coming in. Shot by Adrian. And that's cleared away from harm's way. Good play out there by Crone. The puck High slot now comes over top of the far circle with it. There's a shot by Castile. That one goes wide into the near corner. Maxon has it. Maxon has it poked away in along the end boards, and that covered up. Excellent job by Poneth. 7 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the second. Adrian 4, Michigan nothing. Face off at DePonet's left in the near face off circle of the Michigan zone. Levinson into the near corner trying to pull that away from Fusick. There's a shot by Maxon. Lots of people out front. That was deflected. Trying to pull it into the near corner is Anna Thomas. Trying to poke that away as Anna Thomas pops up trying to peel that. Levinson grabs it in along the end boards, right back behind her own goal. Levinson puts it into the far corner. Picked up there. Here comes Michigan, banked in along the end boards. Racing down to get it is Simmer. That pulled away by the Bulldogs as they have it back behind their own goal. Miranda sending it the other direction. Miranda gets it over on blue line, fires it up for Robinson over center ice. Robinson trying to get it over to Fusick. Fusick into the far corner of the Michigan zone. Levinson trying to knock it away from her. Out there, Matthews trying to separate that puck. Simmer had it. Now there's a shot. That's sticked away by Ponnet. That puck right back behind the Michigan goal. Chasing. Grabbed in along the near boards. Here comes Michigan the other direction. Michigan over their own blue line. Bringing it in is Matthews. Matthews sends it deep as that goes into the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Shaw has it right back behind her own goal. Fires it in along the far boards. That lifted over to Werner. Werner gains the Michigan zone outside the near circle. Werner sends it in along the end boards. That slips into the far corner. As Nicole Thomas trying to chip it back to the far point, controlled by the Bulldogs at the blue line. High slot. That slips on the near circle. Shot by McDonald. That deflected out in front. Werner trying to get to it. Held in by McNair. Sires it. Top of the far circle. There's a shot. That didn't get through the bodies out in front. Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. Now they pull it over through the neutral zone. That fired in deep. Sent deep that by Katie German. That'll come back. It'll be icing. Fired from the other side of the center ice. That'll come all the way right back into the Michigan zone. 4-0 is the Bulldog lead. 5:20 left to go here in the second period. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Poneth's right. Loose puck right through the slot, covered up by Poneth. Right on the doorstep was, looked like number 18, but I don't see a number 18 on my jersey. Must be 19, which was McNair. Bosher in to take the face-off in the far face-off circle of the Michigan zone. Shorkey comes in to take the face-off for the Maize in blue. Freeman to her left as well as Proctor. That comes right high slot. That kick to save away underneath the near circle. The Bulldogs send it back top of the far circle. That shot covered up. As that was Dorr with the shot from the far point. 40 shots on goal now for the Bulldogs. 4 by the Wolverines. Face-off comes in the far face-off circle. Jackson to take the face-off, battling against Shorkey. That comes top of the far circle. Battle for it. That's loose, sticked away by Poneth as it comes right back behind the Michigan goal. Michigan has it on the far circle, banked it off the far boards. Here comes the Wolverines as that was Proctor, but she was separated from the puck. Castile trying to bring it into the Michigan zone. That knocked away by the Michigan defense. Coming up, Crone has it now. Crone has it. Makes it outside the near circle. Crone chasing it into the near corner. Castile gets to it first, comes back behind her own goal, fires it in along the far boards. That lifted ahead by Peterson right to the Michigan blue line. Battle for it to the Michigan blue line now. That brought Levinson. Pulls it back behind her own goal, getting out of harm's way. Crone chasing it in along the near boards. That slips back to the near point where Jex keeps it in for the Bulldogs. Fired over to the far point. Battle for it on the blue line. And fired deep into the far corner as Miranda had it. Pulled back by Jex. Jex sends it over to Fusick outside the far circle. Now Miranda trying to fire it out in front. That off the side of the goal. Fusick had it in the far corner. Puts it right back behind to Jex. Outside the far circle, Fusick had it. Now on top of the far circle, Jex with a shot trying to hit Fusick just on the near side of the goal. That puck in along the near boards. Michigan lifts it back out into the neutral zone. Shaw grabs it for the Bulldogs. Banks it in along the near boards. That pulled in by Robinson, top of the near circle. Robinson comes in, shot. Poneth with the save. Gathered it right into the body, allowed no rebound. 3:37 left to go here in the second period. Well, if you take a look, 2019, Adrian beat Michigan 7-2 and 10-1. Michigan hanging in there 4-0 here in the second period. Puck on the near circle. That's set out in front, diving on it. Poneth, as that slipped just through the crease. Poneth diving on it on the far side. It's a fantastic job to not allow a dangerous scoring opportunity for the Bulldogs. McDonald in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. That comes outside the far circle. Simmer has it. Simmer trying to pull it in. Now there's a shot. Matthews trying to get it into the far corner. It goes. As that poked away. Sent ahead and fired in deep by the Wolverines. Faulkner banks it off the near boards, and Werner starts the counterattack the other direction. McDonald has that tipped away as the puck into the far corner it goes. As Gargiulo trying to knock that away. There's a whistle. 3:01 left to go as Michigan will be on the power play. McDonald goes into the box. It's a legal body check. Michigan will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. 3:01 left to go here in the second period. Gargiulo in to take the face-off for the Wolverines. That puck comes in along the far boards. Trying to hold it in, slips back into the neutral zone. Fired back in along the Michigan blue line. That's sent ahead by Katie German. Now Evans chasing it into the near corner, trying to get away from Dorr. Coming in, there's a shot out on the doorstep. That peeled out of harm's way by Leah Williams. Slips back into the neutral zone, chasing it. Michigan picking it up. Katie German sends it over to Levinson in the far corner of her own zone. Levinson underneath the far circle. Levinson starts heading the other direction. Levinson puts it in along the near boards of the neutral zone. That's sent ahead. Bringing it in is McCarthy. McCarthy, top of the near circle, trying to get it over to Evans. McCarthy gets it back over to Katie German. That slips into the near corner. As battle for it, that fired all the way back into the Michigan zone. 1 minute, 4 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. As whistles blow. As trying to race out in front was Peterson. One minute, 1 second left to go in the Michigan power play. Adrian up 4-1. That face-off is going to be in the Michigan zone. In the near face-off circle. That is Poneth's left. Botcher in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Trying to see who comes the other direction. Looks like that's Freeman. Excuse me, that's Matthews. Saw the 7, didn't see the 1. That slips all the way around the far side, picking it up. Simmer sends ahead to Matthews. Matthews has that poked away. The Bulldogs trying to keep it in. That pops up and out of play. That goes into the Bulldog bench. 50 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. Michigan would love to get something going, trying to get a couple good shots on goal, trying to chip into this 4-0 lead. Just make a couple positive things happen. As Matthews, that comes back, top of the far circle. There's a shot on it with the save. as that came off. Shot by McCarroll. Banked it ahead. Simmer trying to get it over to Crone. Now here comes Freeman. Freeman has it right at the blue line. Freeman comes over center ice. Freeman into the Bulldog zone. Freeman has that poked away from behind. That launched all the way down by McCarroll. Stopped by Poneth. Picked up by Levinson. She goes back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Trying to avoid pressure by McCarroll. Levinson in along the near boards, chips it into the neutral zone, trying to get it over to Matthews. That knocked the other direction by the Bulldogs. Werner picks it up back behind the Michigan goal, going from the near side to the far side. Werner outside the far circle, drops it back into the far corner. Michigan trying to grab it. That lifted up. Simmer had it, knocked away from her. Freeman fires it around. Bulldogs back to full strength. 54 seconds left to go here in the second. Bulldogs have the 4-0 lead. McNair with the shot. That got blocked out in front. The puck in along the end boards. Levinson trying to pick that up. Now Matthews trying to peel that off of the end boards. Matthews and Levinson battling Nicole Thomas back there. Puck comes outside the far circle. Simmer sends it right back over to Levinson in the far corner. Levinson lifts it down. Simmer has it outside the far circle of the Michigan zone. McDonald, centering attempt is deflected right back to the blue line, but held in by Shaw. Shaw sends it underneath into the near corner. 16 seconds left to go here in the second. That puck right out into the slot. Pad save as Werner had a shot from the slot. And now there's a shot by Donald from the near point. Lifted out back to center ice. And that'll do a good defensive play. I believe that was Matthews who lifted it out. As the Bulldogs get one more goal here in the second, as that was Williams on the goal from Boscher at 11:53. But otherwise, Michigan only holding the Bulldogs to a single goal in that second period. So there might not be many moral victories, but that is definitely yeoman's work versus this fantastic Bulldogs team. Michigan trying to get their sea legs underneath them to keep the maritime analogies out there, as this is their first game as the Bulldogs played the Bell Tire team. I believe that was 18 and over Bell Tire team not that long ago. Well, let's take a moment and let's play the victors, and then we'll be back with your University of Michigan scoreboard for this week, taking a look at all the action this past week from the University of Michigan Athletics. the second intermission from Arrington Ice Arena, where it is Adrian 4 and Michigan nothing. Great email here from Coach Ned that I really appreciate. He couldn't be here. He's down in Tennessee, and we appreciate him listening in. Thank you so much. By the way, if you want to hear some great stories about Coach Ned, if you pick up John U. Bacon's book, Let Them Lead, there was some fantastic stories about their time at the Huron High School hockey program, and that was a fantastic read. Despite the fact that I am the Pioneer hockey play-by-play person, it was still good to hear about some fantastic coaching, even though it's by the arch rivals. Just a couple tidbits here. By the way, 24-person roster for the University of Michigan women's hockey team. 15 of those players are new, so huge turnover. Obviously, Coach Tribbiano Coach Tribbs has now taken the mantle as head coach, as Coach Quiddiquit did retire. Very excited to see Tribbiano, former player. Lots of passion, lots of grit, so love to see her as the head coach. And Carrie Inman now, who was with the Pioneer hockey program, now coming over to Michigan, and love to see that. Two great programs, fantastic programs in Ann Arbor, and there are a lot of fantastic, wonderful athletes in Ann Arbor, many wonderful ladies who play hockey, and good to see as many people get a chance to play this wonderful, amazing sport. So appreciate Coach Ned listening in. Again, if you're listening, if you want to watch it, you could go to arborbroadcasting.com, click on the Michigan women's hockey up at the top. It should be a banner right there. If you're watching and you need to go out and pick up a prescription or something, we also have the audio broadcast right there, so you can listen in the car without worrying about getting distracted by video. So whichever way, we do our darndest to make it easier for you, and it is such a privilege to be back and broadcasting for this wonderful team. Taking a look, let's go to another intermission scoreboard report. This time, let's take a look at what's been going on across the University of Michigan athletic campus back to a week ago, Friday, September 24th, as a couple non-scoring activities. Women's tennis was at the Wolfpack Invitational, that over in North Carolina. They also had some women's tennis players over at the ITA Regionals, that over in Champaign, Illinois. That's a non-scoring event. Men's tennis was at the Bobby Bayless Invitational, that over in South Bend, and the Michigan Men's Tennis Chowder Fest, that over at Cambridge, Massachusetts. A couple scoring events there last Friday. It was Michigan field hockey taking on Michigan State. That was a 6-1 win by Michigan. Michigan volleyball played at Minnesota, and Minnesota took that one 3-2. Over September 25th, the golf team was at the McDonald Cup, Day 2. Again, men's tennis and women's tennis at those non-scoring invitationals continuing another day. Michigan football beat Rutgers by a score of 20-13. Obviously, big game for the Wolverine football team tomorrow, as they are on the road at noon Eastern time in Madison, Wisconsin. That will not be an easy game. Need everyone cheering loud wherever you are to hopefully have things work there. Sunday, September 26th, the men's and women's tennis teams finished off their invitationals. The men's golf team at that McDonald's Cup came in second out of 14. Women's soccer played at Wisconsin. That was a 0-0 tie in double overtime. The field hockey, Michigan field hockey team went to Kent State and won that one last Sunday 2-1. The volleyball team played at Michigan State. That was a 3-1 win. And men's soccer played versus Northwestern, that here over in Ann Arbor, a 3-1 win. During the week, the only action during the week was this past Thursday, as the women's soccer team traveled to West Lafayette to take on Purdue. That was a 2-1 win by the Michigan women's soccer team. So that is your Michigan, University of Michigan scoreboard update for this past week. 8:30 and counting here In the second intermission, again, we'll play a bit of music from the Michigan Marching Band and be back with your third period. Michigan down 4-0 on Adrian, but looking to just make a couple positive things happen. Again, 3 goals by Adrian in the first, only 1 in the second. So the Michigan team getting their legs underneath them, trying to take on this very skilled and powerful Adrian Bulldog team. Adrian picked I'm going to try English. Unanimously by the coaches, number 1 in the preseason poll for the CCWHA. Well, let's get to a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band. It is the second intermission, so you know what time it is. Time for I Can't Turn You Loose.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to the Michigan Amphitheater. You know, so much of the music we hear today is this pre-programmed electronic disco. You never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft. By the year 2006, the music now known as the blues will exist only in the classical record department of your local public library. And so, this afternoon, while we still can, let us welcome from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his blues band. Gary Lewis and his blues band.
approaching the end of the second intermission. It is Adrian 4, Michigan nothing here at Arrington Ice Arena. First regular season game for both of these teams. First game for Michigan in a couple years. They were unable to play last year. Adrian did play last year, made it into the pool play for the Nationals. Knocked out there, I believe it was by Liberty, who was the three-peat champion for the ACHA. Both teams gathered around their coaching benches, scoring again. 3 goals in the first at 17:20. It was Werner putting it in for the Bulldogs. Then at 11:56, it was Jack scoring. Then at 7 minutes left, it was Nicole Thomas. In the second, Michigan held the Bulldogs to a single goal. That was at 11:53, as was Leah Williams from Boscher. Michigan going from left to right here in this all-important third period. Thank you so much. I know it's late. It's 11:37 here on the East Coast, but appreciate you hanging with us, cheering on the team. Shorkey in to take the face-off. Proctor to her right. Forehand back behind. Crone to the left. Wood in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. 20 minutes up on the clock. As that puck gathered in by Proctor. Proctor goes into the far point. Proctor shot and chipped away. Held in by Freeman before she's knocked to the ice as that puck comes into the near corner. Wood has it. Wood banks it ahead for Robinson. That comes slipping back into the neutral zone. Freeman picks it up at her own blue line. Banks it off the far boards. Crone trying to knock that away. Gathered in by the Bulldogs at their own blue line. Miranda fires it through the neutral zone. Freeman knocks it the other direction from her own blue line. Miranda has it. Brett gathers it into the Michigan zone. That chipped in along the near boards where Robinson centering attempt at into the near corner. Woods chips it off the back of the goal. Centering attempt knocked down. Out in front by Shorkey. Loose on the far circle. Crone has it in along the far boards. That slips back to the blue line. Now Castile takes it. Sends it over to Miranda on the near boards of the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass. That over to Maxim. Maxim goes back into her own zone over on the near circle. Michigan trying to knock that away back over there. I believe that's McCarthy. Loose puck comes into the Michigan zone. That's Jax who sends it deep into the near corner. Trying to knock that away is Gargiulo. Gargiulo sends it ahead. Evans has it outside the far circle. Evans into the far corner. That chip back. Levinson now bringing it down the far boards into the neutral zone. Levinson over center ice, dumps it deep. That ricochets off the end boards. Faulkner steers it back behind her own goal. That comes back underneath the far circle. Then sent ahead by McNair. Loose puck. That comes into the neutral zone. Tipped. Gathered in by Jex, who sends it into the slot. Pulled away by Bryce, right back behind her own goal. Michigan banks it back into the neutral zone. Shaw picks it up her own blue line, sends it along the near boards for Dorr. Dorr fires that into the Michigan zone. Paneth covers it up. 18:04 left to go here in the third. 45 shots on goal by the Bulldogs, 4 by the Wolverines. I believe all 4 of those came in the first. 4-0 is the Bulldog lead. McDonald in to take the face-off in the near circle in the Michigan zone. That puck lifted back to the blue line. Donald trying to get a shot. That puck wouldn't settle down. Now she grabs it in the high slot. That chipped out in front. Save! As blocker and then tipped into the glove by Paneth. Excellent job to chip that and hold on. As the Bulldogs continue their shooting assault on the Michigan goal. Paneth has done a fantastic job. Reminds me a little bit of Bailey Hamill back there. That's tipped into the far corner, chasing it, Katie German. That chipped back into the neutral zone. Dorr trying to send it over, loose at center ice. Dorr rifles it back. Donald has it, top of the far circle of her own zone. That in along the far boards, now lifted back into the Michigan zone, in along the end boards, into the near corner. McDonald has it there. McDonald outside the near circle, trying to knock that away with Zimmer. Backhanded shot from the slot that comes into the far corner. Steered right back behind the Michigan goal. Matthews trying to get it. That pulled by Simmer in along the near circle. Top of the near circle. That chipped by Maxim right back behind the Michigan goal. McCarthy chasing it. Picks it up. Now that's gathered on the far circle by the Bulldogs coming in. Makarosh with the shot that deflects. Anna Thomas trying to chip that away into the far corner. Lifted back, top of the far circle it goes. That deflects off of a skate, and Poneth grabs it. It went off of a defender's skate, redirected right out in front. Poneth able to cover it back up. 16:55 left to go. Here in the third, 4-0 is the Bulldog lead. Face off in the Michigan zone. Shorkey in to take the face off. Forehand to her right. Crone to her left. That picked up. Here comes Proctor coming down over her own blue line. Proctor over center ice. That chipped away from her as it slides into the far corner of the Bulldog zone. Picked up there. Sent along by McNair. So lifted back into the Michigan zone. Forehand chases it. That will be icing. There has not been a lot of icings in this game. Few penalties, not too many icings. 16:38 left to go. That puck into the near face-off circle as that's to Faulkner's left. Comes out, high slot, Bulldogs control as they go through center ice as Robinson has it. Great job by forehand to poke that away into the far corner. Crone trying to grab it outside the far circle. Now forehand shoots it right to the blue line. Here comes Michigan coming down with it. Proctor. Proctor takes a shot on goal. That's stopped by Faulkner. Proctor racing towards the crease. So if you check, Faulkner covers it over, freezes it. 16-17 left to go here in the third. 4-0, the Adrian lead here at Arrington Ice Arena. Michigan back in action, not this Saturday, but next Saturday over at University of Michigan Dearborn. That puck outside the near circle. University of Michigan Dearborn. I believe they were picked 5th in the CCWHA preseason standings. Battle for it in along the far circle, trying to chip that away. Now the Bulldogs have it. Good job to knock it away by Michigan. Dorr has it in along the near boards, fires it over center ice. That deflected. Levinson chases it in along the end boards of her own zone. Levinson pinned against the boards as that's picked up by Gargelo. Gargelo sends it ahead. That picked up coming the other direction. Bringing it down is Remelius. And loose right to the near point, trying to poke that away. Coming in Evans. Evans outside the near circle. That knocked away from her. Miranda coming the other direction by the Bulldogs over on blue line. Miranda through center ice. Miranda gains the Michigan zone. That knocked away. Here comes Matthews the other direction. Matthews comes in top of the near circle in the Bulldog zone. Matthews has that knocked away. Counterattack. Here comes Miranda over center ice. Miranda down the near boards, drops it back to McDonald. They have to avoid an offsides and couldn't quite do it as that puck got poked away. 15:07 left to go here in the third period. Face-off in the near face-off circle outside the Michigan zone. McDonald in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs as that is lifted back in along the near boards, fired into the near corner. Chasing it, forehand, goes back behind her own goal. Picked up by Freeman in the far corner. Freeman goes back behind that, knocked away from her into the far corner. Werner sends it back to Shaw at the far point. That lifted back deep. Outside the far circle, shot! Stick save is that's into the near corner. Poneth again got a piece of it. Forehand trying to separate that puck. Michigan gets it out of the zone. Racing for it, coming down. Simmer trying to chase it into the near corner. Christensen trying to peel that away as well. As that puck comes back to the near point. Forehand takes a shot. That deflected out in front. Rolls all the way back to the far point. The Bulldogs get it back into the neutral zone. Michigan battling for it at the Bulldog blue line. Freeman chasing, now grabbed by Shaw. Shaw goes over center ice. Pass just out of Werner's reach into the far corner of the Michigan zone. Forehand chases Werner. Werner trying a wraparound, puts it out into the slot. That knocked away. Here comes Michigan, banked ahead by Christensen. Loose. Now Proctor brings it into the zone. Proctor at the far point. Proctor backhands it deep into the far corner as that slips right back behind Faulkner in the Bulldog zone. Loose puck, top of the far circle. Levinson knocks it back deep as it rims all the way around the near boards into the far corner. Picked up by the other direction over there by Donald. Loose puck in along the near boards. Michigan able to hold it in as it comes into the near corner. Shorkey chasing it. Shorkey into the near corner. She is down on the ice, and there is a whistle. Michigan goes on the power play. So we'll see what this call is. As Liam Williams goes into the box, the captain for the Bulldogs. Michigan on the 2-minute power play. Didn't see a signal. I believe it might have been tripping. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That is to the left. Coming in, taking that face-off is Gargilo. Gargilo sends it back to the blue line, trying to grab that loose puck. As that put along the far circle. Shot, wide-angle shot that deflects off the side of the net. That rifled back to the far point, trying to hold it in. Michigan couldn't quite do it. Turning, going the other direction is Gargilo. Gargilo outside the far circle. That knocked down. Michigan player lost their stick. The puck into the far corner. Gargilo trying to separate that. Banked all the way back. Top of the near circle. Levinson trying to send it deep. Loose puck on that far circle. Now that lifted back. Cleared all the way down by the Bulldogs. 1 minute, 24 seconds left to go here in the Michigan power play. Under 13 minutes left to go here in the third. Bulldogs up 4-0. They have it back behind the Michigan goal. They come on the near circle. Now lifted by Robinson. Deflected back all the way back into the Bulldog zone. Michigan goes for a line change. As that's picked up. Grabbed by McNair. McNair bringing it top of the near circle. That lifted back to the Michigan blue line. Knocked the other direction. Robinson trying to peel that away. McNair trying to send it deep, trying to get around McCarthy. That poked in along the far boards. Proctor trying to separate that. Here comes Crone coming down the neutral zone. Has it knocked away from her along those far boards. Rifled right back in by Shaw into the near corner of the Michigan zone. Freeman picks it up there. Freeman back behind her own goal. Sends it in along the near boards. That back into the neutral zone. Castile loses an edge as that puck comes back. Jex trying to pick it up on her own zone. Fired ahead. McCarthy trying to chip that away. Loose puck. Here comes Castile. One-on-one. Castile with a shot. And an amazing save by Poneth. Getting a piece of it. The puck loose. Crone has it on the near circle. Trying to get it out of the zone. Donald holds it in at the near point. That goes back behind the Michigan goal. Freeman picks it up and along the far boards outside the far circle. That puck gathered in outside the neutral inside the neutral zone. Trying to pick it up. The Bulldogs' Door sets it up from there. Door, top of the near circle, the Michigan zone. Battle for it right at the near point. Able to get it out of the zone is Matthews. That puck loose right at center ice. Crone trying to fire it deep. That went off of a Bulldog body. Picked up by Peterson. Sends it back to Door in her own zone. Door gets it top of the near circle of her own zone. Door. Cross ice pass. That gathered in on the far side. Fired ahead by Maxson. Into the zone, picking it up. There's a shot and a save by Poneth. Shot from right in low slot. Good job to smother that by Poneth. 11 minutes, 7 seconds left. Bulldogs full strength. Gargilo taking the face off, top of the far circle, spinning with it, trying to get that is McCurrow coming the other direction. That banked off, headed back. Remelius had it. Now Remelius battling in along the far boards. Lifted back. The Michigan defense has it top of the far circle, fired ahead. That deflects right to the near point in the Bulldog zone. Remelius trying to chase it. That grab by Maxim, top of the far circle of her own zone. Lifted back to the Michigan blue line. That went off of a skate. As Gargilo has it, trying to avoid some pressure. She fires it back to the Bulldog blue line, poked away from Miranda. Excellent job by Christensen to chase that deep. Banked off of the near boards. Here comes Boscher into the Michigan zone. Comes over on the near circle. Shot. Poneth with a save. Matthews cleared that out of harm's way in the slot. Kept in by Boscher before Boscher goes for a line change. Wood has it, backhanding, trying to center attempt. That poked away by Michigan into the far corner where Robinson has it. Lifted right back behind the Michigan goal. Wood has it in the far corner. Now Robinson centering attempt. Right out in front was Fusick. But it was a good job. Fusick gets it back. Shot. That deflected out in front, picked up and along the near boards. Knocked away as Simmer had it. Simmer, by the way, with a big block shot earlier. There is a tripping call. 9:39 left to go. Robinson goes into the box for tripping. Michigan goes right back on the power play. 9:39 left to go. Michigan would just love to get a goal in here, break the shutout, get a couple good things going, maybe turn that into some good momentum to take these folks on in a couple games over at Yost Ice Arena. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. These two teams face off. Face off in the far face-off circle in the Bulldog zone. Forehand has it at the far point. That lifted back and along the end boards. Shorkey has it there. Shorkey in the far corner. Shorkey spinning with it. Pinned against the boards. That knocked back top of the far circle. Now moved over. Freeman with a shot. That just goes wide. Deflected out in front by Bosher. Grabbed by Shorkey into the far corner. Shorkey trying to poke that away. Goes right back behind the Bulldog goal. Now into the near corner. Knocked away. Right back behind. Shorkey chasing it. Battling Wood in the far corner. Pulled away by Gargiulo. Out in front. Shot. Oh, a save as Evans had a great opportunity. Evans is down as there is a whistle. Evans ended up going down as it was a great shot right out in front. Even better save by Faulkner, though, as it was a point-blank shot right at that crease. 1 minute, 17 seconds left in the Michigan power play. 4-0. Adrian with the lead. 8:56 left to go here in the third. Probably Michigan's best scoring opportunity there. They now have 9 shots. 5 of them have come in this third period. As picked up by Levinson at the near point. Levinson shoots it. That deflected off of a Bulldog. Matthews chases it. Now Proctor wide angle shot from the near circle. That gathered in top of the near circle. Levinson trying to keep it in. Levinson into the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Levinson with a wide angle shot from underneath the near circle. Chasing it Crone into the far corner. That comes back to the far point now. Crone has it outside the far circle. Sends it back. Battle for it. Into the slot. Levinson puts it into the near corner. Matthews chasing it back behind, trying to get it away from Dorr. That pinned and against the wall, directly behind the Bulldog goal. Pulling that away is Crone. Crone backhands it back to the far point as Katie German takes a shot. That went off of a Bulldog skate. Still loose right back behind. Covered up by Faulkner. 28 seconds left to go here in the Michigan power play. 8:07 left to go in the third. Live from Arrington Ice Arena, first game of 2 for these two teams. Jackson to take the face-off for the Bulldogs in the far face-off circle in their own zone. Gargiulo taking it for Michigan. That puck outside the far circle, now lifted all the way down, cleared by the Bulldogs deep into the Michigan zone. Poneth drops it back as Michigan has it in along the near boards, trying to chip that away. Is now grabbing it, pulling it the other direction. Gargiulo has it in along the far boards of her own zone. That lifted back all the way back to the Bulldogs' blue line. Miranda has it there. Miranda lifts it. That tipped, going back deep. Poneth covers it up as Levinson right back out in front, trying to keep pressure off if there was a rebound, but Poneth didn't allow a rebound. She's been fantastic with that all game long. 4 goals, but that on 53 shots by the Bulldogs. 7:32 left to go. Bulldogs do have a 4-0 lead on your Wolverines. Face off to Poneth's left in the far face-off circle. As they drop, that face-off comes back. Evans has it underneath the far circle. Bosher trying to knock that away. Wood has it poked away, still battling, just on the far side of the Michigan goal, and that snuck in. I don't know who got it, maybe Robinson. There was a scrum for it right on the far side of the goal, and they were able to chip it in. The penalty had expired, so it's not a short-handed goal. That at 7:22. Now I did not see who poked it in as there was a scrum over there, but we'll see if we can hear who completed that. Not much Poneth could do about that as It's a swarm of bodies. Overall, Michigan has really kept it. 3 goals in the first, 1 the second, only 1 the third. Shorkey taking the face-off. That comes in along the far boards. Werner trying to bring it into Michigan zone. Freeman trying to knock that away. Backhands it to the far point. That lifted outside the far circle into the far corner. Werner trying to send it out in front. Nice job defensively back there by the Wolverines, trying to peel that away. Forehand tried to get out of the zone. Shaw holds it in, puts it into the far corner for McNair. That lift down the far circle, rising shot. That deflects in along the near board. Shaw keeps it in at the near point of the Michigan zone. The puck outside the near circle. Werner battling a pair of Wolverines. Trying to get in. Forehand, one of them in there. That puck lifted out over the blue line into the neutral zone. Shaw tried to pick it up at her own blue line. That pulled in by Shorkey. Shorkey outside the near circle. Backhanded shot. Trying to get it over to Crone. Crone has it underneath the near circle. Puts it back to forehand at the near point. Forehand with the shot. As that deflected off of Nicole Thomas. Comes outside the far circle. Gargilo puts it into the far corner for Crone. Crone trying to send it back. That back to the far point. Lifted back by Levinson. The puck loose on that far circle. Ricocheted, firing, rimmed all the way around the boards. Forehand keeping it in at the near point. That goes into the near corner where Shaw has it for the Bulldogs. Shaw sends it for a ride. That picked up on the far board, sent through the neutral zone. Then lifted back deep by McDonald into the Michigan zone. 5:48 left to go here in the third. 5-0, the Bulldogs lead. As Evans trying to poke that puck away as well as Levinson. That lifted by Gargilo all the way around the boards. Back to Donald at the near point. Donald holds it in. Now Dorr has that poked away. Excellent defensive play by Evans to separate that. She lost a glove in the process. The puck right at center ice and along the near boards. Donald trying to poke it into the Michigan zone. That picked up by forehand, banks it off the far boards, and Levinson fires it right back into the neutral zone. That's helped along by Evans as it goes right back behind the Bulldog goal. Picked up back there by Dorr, fires a long pass over to Jex, who pulls it into the Michigan zone along the near boards. Levinson separates her from the puck, tries to get going the other direction. Peterson comes in, now through the slot. Jex with a shot from the high slot. That knocked away as that puck loose right at the Michigan blue line. Picked up by Simmer. Simmer comes down along the near boards of the neutral zone, firing it ahead, trying to get it over to Matthews. That puck slips right back to the mid center ice, brought in by Levinson into the Bulldog zone. Knocked down out in front by Peterson, now chasing it as Levinson with a shot and a save by Faulkner. 4:36 left to go here in the third. So our next game for Michigan women's hockey will be on Saturday, October 9th. So a week from today, that from University of Michigan Dearborn, 7 p.m. game. Wood in to take the face-off versus Shorkey on the near face-off circle. That puck lifted top. Backhanded back in deep by McCarthy. Shorkey chasing it. And pulled away by Shaw. Shaw has it. Top of the far circle. She goes over her own blue line. Shaw racing into the Michigan zone. Shaw trying to get to it. That's sticked away by Poneth. Picked up by Wood outside the far circle. Lifted, and there is a whistle. 4:16 left to go here in the third period. 5-0, the Adrian lead. The Wolverines will be shorthanded, as I believe that's Katie German who just went into the penalty box for the Wolverines. So Michigan shorthanded for 2 minutes of the next 4:16. Unless something else happens, that puck outside the near circle. Leah Williams trying to get to it. That fired out in front, picked up by Crone. Crone launches it all the way down the ice, able to clear it. So that's stopped by Faulkner on the far side of her own goal. Picked up back there by McNair. McNair starts to rush the other direction. Crone pokes it away. McNair has to grab it. Hooking. The call on Katie German. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the Bulldog power play. Boscher brings it in, top of the near circle for the Michigan zone. Goes back behind the Michigan goal from the near side to the far side. Boscher on the far circle. Good poke check away by the Michigan defense. Comes back to Jex at the blue line. That just goes wide. Leah Williams trying to get it in front. Freeman has it in the near corner. Now Proctor chases it. Proctor trying to lift it out. Jex holds it in. Top of the near circle. That deflects out in front. Ooh, Ponith got a piece of it with her pad. Shot. That deflects out in front. Freeman got a piece of it. And fired by Shaw, deflected wide. And puck, top of the far circle. Back to Jex at the high slot. That back behind the Michigan goal. Trying to poke that away. Boscher has it in the near corner of the Michigan zone. Feeds it over to Williams. There's a shot from the far circle. And pulled away. That was by McCarroll. Jex has it at the near point. Cycles it down to Williams. Williams top of the far circle. Feeds it into the far corner. That lifted back. High slot. Leah Williams picks it up. Top of the far circle of the Michigan zone. Leah Williams goes back behind the Michigan goal. Leah Williams now outside the far circle. Firing it. That picked up by McDonald, who comes over top of the near circle. McDonald goes back behind the Michigan goal. McDonald outside the far circle. Fires that to an oncoming Nicole Thomas. Nicole Thomas underneath the near circle of the Michigan zone. 6 seconds left in the Bulldog power play. Drops it over to Robinson in the slot. Shot. Ponith with the save. Covering it up. Traffic out in front as that was Wood just on the corner of the crease. Ponith able to dive over and grab it. Michigan back to full strength. 2:15 left to go here in the third. 57 shots on goal for the Bulldogs. 11 by Michigan. Bulldogs have the 5-0 lead. That puck into the near corner forehand. Banks it off the far boards. Levinson lifts it ahead. Here comes Michigan over their own blue line. Over center ice. Trying to chip that ahead. Trying to knock that down was Evans. High slot. Trying to come over to the near side. As that was Gargilo with it. Stolen away. Coming in, Nicole Thomas with a shot that deflects outside the far circle. Wood has it. Trying to cycle it down. That knocked away by the Michigan defense over their own blue line. The puck rifled right back in by the Bulldogs. Slips right back behind the Michigan goal. Ponith stops it there. Forehand picks it up underneath the far circle. 1 minute, 36 seconds left to go. And put back deep by Castile. Levinson picks it up right back behind her own goal. Levinson fires it over to Matthews on the near side. Levinson in the near corner trying to get it away from Donald. Boscher stops it, puts it back to the blue line as there was a shot by Dorr, goes into the far corner. Castile has it outside the far circle. Dorr stops it at the far point in the Michigan zone. Feeds that ahead to Castile, knocked away by forehand. Evans trying to get to it, coming in. Boscher with the shot, and Boscher with the score. As that was right on the inner corner of the far circle. And it was a sniper shot. That makes it 6-0. As Boscher puts in the Bulldogs' second goal of the third. That at 1 minute, 4 seconds left. So 6-0 the score by Adrian. Shorkey in to take the face-off. Proctor to her right. And picked up, fired ahead by Katie German. Gathered in at the far side by McNair. Robinson picks it up. Robinson has that poked away right at the Michigan blue line. Lifted down now, pulled in by Miranda. That will be offsides. 49.3 seconds left to go in the third. 6-0 is the Bulldog lead, but Michigan has continued to battle. Robinson comes in, that top of the near circle. We're going to re-drop that puck. Shorkey in to take the face-off. McCarthy just to her right. That slips back. Katie German has it in along the far boards. Katie German, top of the far circle. Katie German sends it ahead. That into the neutral zone, trying to poke that away. McCarthy slips right back. McCarthy chasing it underneath the near circle. Rims it all the way around. 30 seconds left to go. Robinson has it in the near corner of the Michigan zone. Proctor trying to separate her from the puck. That lifted back by Fusick. Miranda has it, top of the near circle. Shorkey trying to knock it away. That's a shot. Good job to steer that away by Gargilo. Lifted back into the neutral zone. 13 seconds left to go. Gargilo sends it deep as that goes right back behind Faulkner. Michigan trying to get one more shot on goal. 3 seconds left. It's just pinned against that end board, and that will do it. As Adrian wins 6-0, but this Michigan team with over half the team new players, it was a baptism by fire. But Paneth played very, very well, and the Michigan team continued to fight, continued to battle, and they will only get better as this season continues. Now, one of the best traditions in all of sports that we really missed last season is the post-game handshake. So both teams lining up for the post-game handshake again. We'll have some high school action throughout the week, as we'll have some soccer, field hockey, and hopefully some volleyball for Pioneer High School throughout the week. We'll have the Pioneer homecoming football game on Friday, but the next University of Michigan women's hockey game, as I said earlier, is going to be Saturday, October 9th at the University of Michigan Dearborn at the Dearborn Fieldhouse. That is a 7 p.m. game. That followed by a rematch between these two teams Sunday, October 10th at Yost Ice Arena, 8:30. Your first chance to see this team in action at Yost Ice Arena. We're excited to see it, and they'll try and put a dent in this Bulldogs armor at that point in time. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you so much for your support of this team. My cameraman is James Wiseman. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend.